just actually, now that I think about it, no big stars have really come from this show. So try not to be the Maya of this show. Try to actually be a star and make this your one chance at making it big. But the real story is the money of this year's Dancing with the Stars lies in the fact that you have these two titans coming at it. You have Kate Gosselin and Shannon Doherty. Now, I know that there's usually not room for some arguing potential or some little aggression either way. But if I don't see a throwdown between Shannon Doherty and Kate Gosselin, I'm going to be very, very disappointed. I don't want to see Shannon Doherty of the new 902 Years, the mature one. I want to see Shannon Doherty, 1990s, when she was engaged to George Hamilton's son. I want to see Breaking Bottles mixed with a little bit of Brenda from early 90210, going at the Kate Gosselin, who we saw on Us Weekly. Make this show entertaining, even if it's a little stage. I think I'm really looking forward to it. This week's Hot Topics are a little reduced because we've got such a jam-packed show for you. You know, now that we won this telly, everybody wants a piece of me and this show. I can't hate on that at all. But join us up next with Nicole Halpin, the Student Entertainment Council Vice President, who's going to fill us in on the happenings on campus. I always seem to stumble on saying that word. Maybe I should just drop it from the vocabulary like I did for Season 1 with Chris Brown. You don't hear that anymore. But join us right back with Nicole. Thanks for watching. Thank God we already have our Telly Award because it's about to get messy. We are joined with someone who I've always wanted to have on the show, but we might lead us to get a little censored. Nicole Halpin, the SEC Vice President, joining us for this very special events episode of Rider Real Time. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Nick.
Have you always wanted to be on this show?
Always, and I've been very upset that I haven't been asked to until now. And I wasn't even asked. I had to volunteer.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
We were saving you for the opportune moment to actually, when we got our flow going. I didn't want a guest such as you to come on here and start judging. As you know, Rider Real Time said this is a judge-free zone. So, well, at least when it comes to judging to their faces. Okay, we're very good on email or phone, though, you know, with judging.
Sounds good.
So, we're here to talk about events, and you are in the midst of the event planning process like no other student at Rider. What's coming up? What can you fill us in on?
We have so much stuff going on, SEC and not SEC related. This weekend is U-Ball, very excited.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get your tickets, you're in trouble.
Well, this will already have aired.
Oh,
that'll already happen, I say, by the time this airs.
Well, then you missed out on a really
it was
good
awesome.
Time. On Tuesday, March 9th, which is a very special day, you know, in general. But we have Moreland Spurlock coming.
Yeah.
And he's doing a 5-year anniversary for his DVD, and we're actually filming Rider students. And we're going to be on the DVD, which is really, really cool.
That's true.
And then we have another comedian coming up.
Yeah.
Name to be
determined. But I think everyone's going to be pretty happy with it.
But it's going to be a big time on Rider.
Yeah.
And then we have a graffiti artist coming. David Garibaldi.
Yep.
Okay. And he's in the end of April.
Well, you know, I don't know if I told you this.
What?
He was just on Oprah last week. Yeah.
See, look at us
getting
these big names.
Getting it. Well, you know why? Oprah and I are, you know, we have a mutual respect for each other.
Right, of course.
And I think she's trying to close in on me. She's feeling the pressure, but I don't have any ambition to take Real Time national, so she shouldn't actually get nervous about that.
She's retiring soon, so.
Yeah, but I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
All right.
So, but for your events, what are you working on personally?
Well, I'm working on the In the Heights Broadway play.
Yeah. This is the first time we're announcing it, actually.
Hello, Rider.
Yeah.
We're doing that in the second week of April on a Tuesday, so that's really exciting. And also my general board is planning our end of semester event on the last day of classes, April 30th. Big carnival type thing, so we're really excited about that.
Well, we assume that everybody knows our SEC terms, and of course SEC stands for the Student Entertainment Council. Right. What is general board and how can people get involved in this?
General board is the group of mostly freshmen but some upperclassmen that want to get involved in event planning and programming. So they come every Mondays at 5:30 in the SRC. And every week we teach them something else about event planning, and then they plan their own event, which is really cool.
Awesome, awesome. So we're talking about events, and God knows you and I have been involved in, even if it's not our event, we find ourselves, you know, needling through everything. Let's talk about some of the great events in Rider's history. And by history, I think the history stops pre-Nick Barbati. So it's like PN and PN. Post-Nick, but that hasn't happened yet.
Okay. No, you're never leaving.
But you've been here for 3 years, and I've worked with SEC for 3 years, and I've been here for an additional 4. what are some of your favorite events? And I'll give you some of mine
Okay.
too.
Well, in general, one of my favorite events is University Day, just because it's so cool to celebrate like us becoming a university, and the food in dailies is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
Well, tell us. You and I actually had a moment at University Day about 3 years ago.
I can't believe I'm still here, and I can't believe I'm still here after that.
Share the story.
All right. Well, Jenny Benek and I, Jenny Benek circa, graduated 2009. We're hanging cranberry curtain stuff in dailies.
It was fabric.
Well, yeah, whatever. At this point,
I was trying to.
I wanted to get it out of my head.
Well, first, before you explain, we have to explain the imagery. I'm not supposed to talk with my hands, but I have to.
Me too. This is really bad.
We'll get across this point. So there's the gratings that come down in dailies when you first walk in, and I wanted this cranberry fabric to form like a drapery.
Yeah, that was the image.
And so I gave it to you to accomplish.
Let's just say that, first of all, the amount of fabric you gave me was about the size of me, which is about a little under 5 foot, and you wanted this image.
Yeah.
So there I am on a ladder with Jenny trying to hang stuff. And granted, I'm new at this.
Yeah.
Never really worked with you before. We're done. We step back. Oh, Nick, how do you like it? I hate it.
And you know, I remember what else I said. Well, we're with Cassie Iacobelli.
Take it down right now.
And if it's not down within 5 minutes, you can leave.
Yeah. And I said,
well, to be fair, it was a playful moment.
It was. It was
but it pretty much defined our friendship and our personalities and how we work together. But yeah, University Day is a pretty high energy moment for all involved, particularly me.
Yeah, well.
But this year, I think we're going to do a similar draping effect. So
okay, well,
you and the rest of your.
I'll be sitting eating my sandwich as per usual. I learned real early.
Yep.
One of my favorite comedians has been Hal Sparks.
Now that was 2008.
Yeah, that was my sophomore year.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was just great, and it was family weekend, and everyone was so excited, and he was just so much fun to like hang out with.
Now we have a story about that too, with Hal Sparks. Do you remember? You were outside with me waiting when he came in.
That was Patrick Heaney's first event.
Now, Patrick Heaney at the time was our comedy chair, and you and I were helping him along. It was his first event, so we were going outside. Hal Sparks had called, and actually the story was that Patrick had come in my office and said, Nick, Hal Sparks called about 20 minutes ago and said he'll be here in 15 minutes. And I said, Patrick, do you know what that means? And he said, he's already here. He's been here for 5 minutes. Yeah, absolutely. So we ran outside, and I can tell that story because Patrick and I laugh about it now.
We talk about it all the time.
So we ran outside, and we're looking, and Hal's called again and said he's here. The three of us were there, and we're waiting, and it's cold out. It's early November, and we're waiting. Here he had walked past us.
Went to the info desk.
Went to the info desk.
Asked where we were.
Well, because you know what? We remembered him from the MTV shows and Queer as Folk. He had the short, spiky hair. Here he comes with hair past his shoulders,